Hi guys, Julie the Oracle here. I'm trying to do a little bit of a different reading as a more common reading. I'm going to do a past, present, future, so I'm trying not to talk as long, but you know me. Less cards doesn't mean I'm not going to talk for 40 minutes, 50 minutes. I'm trying not to go over an hour, but I've been guilty. But what I would like to do is discuss what I'm seeing here in the cards. This will be past, present, future. I am counting reversals, but there's a lot of different scenarios here. I'm getting a main one, but I know that everybody's different, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and trouble aside, I hope you had some good food at least. And we're heading into the major holiday season. It's Christmas time. I know it's not an easy time for most people. We all have our struggles, myself included. So I'm just wishing you, happy holidays and that everything is merry and bright for the most part. Even if it's not your thing, you find what makes you happy. With that said, I have 3 cards that I've pulled here for this past, present, future reading. And then, of course, as always, I will gift you with some oracle cards that hopefully will reinforce the message. So what I've pulled here is I have the 3 of Swords in reverse with this first card. I have the Strength card and the Lover's card. Oh, 2 out of 3, powerful major arcana here. I'm getting something for sure. Everybody thinks 3 of Swords is like, oh no, it's scary. Reverse is not bad either. It doesn't have to be a card about heartbreak. But I do feel like the 3 of Swords can be about healing and moving forward with things. And in this case, this particular reading, this is what it means. The 3 of Swords in reverse is the past. So in the past, many of you, myself included, because as I read for you, I read for myself. There are always messages for me as well. And this one is just screaming at me because the 3 of Swords is, for most of us, in our past, we've grown up with, whether it's friends or family or those romantic interests when we were younger, like people that end up hurting us. We've been hurt in different ways by different people. I've been hurt from coworkers at work and everything else, but I just want to say with the 3 of Swords that it's in reverse here because there's been so many instances where we have gotten ourselves hurt in one way or the other. And, I don't care if people want to call me sensitive. I would rather be sensitive because it means that I am empathetic. It means that I am filled with compassion and that I feel. There's so many people that just shut down and become bitter and hateful because they just don't feel anything. They detach completely and then they're not feeling that compassion towards other people. They're not understanding. I'm not saying it happens to everybody, but some people just completely shut down, and it's sad to see because you want people to feel the love and camaraderie that a lot of us get. I mean, I've been hurt by people, but I'm not going to let those people that hurt me hold me back from having fulfilling friendships and relationships and, from getting along with people and seeing the good in people. And that's a very important lesson out of these 3 cards today because that's what I'm getting. A lot of us have been hurt. How many times have any of you or myself have we come through, and I have many times when I was younger, have gotten my feelings hurt. Somebody has said something or done something to me that hurt so greatly. And how many times have we had to go through that pain, that grief? We've had to process and we've had to heal over and over and over again. This is what this card is all about. Because I have had to process and heal so many times. And the 3 of Swords here just reminds me of this is our past. No matter what happens to us, we are stronger. We are more resilient. We are survivors. We will process. We will heal. We will properly communicate. You guys that are watching and myself, those of you, I say the majority of you that are watching with me right now that are seeing this, you're just like me. You've gone out of your way to not let this world and some of the people in it get you down. Don't let those people, that negative energy, get you down. I mean, we're allowed to feel, and we feel down sometimes, and we have to, again, get through it. We have to heal from it. And that's part of what makes us resilient because we've always found a way to bounce back. And I was just talking about this tonight in a discussion about loneliness. And It's important. And it can be very lonely, not just with people with psychic abilities like myself, because people don't get me. It's like, oh, cool, I want to watch this. I see a tarot reader do her thing, but it's like, I'm a human being. I still have feelings. I have interests. I like to discuss all kinds of things. I still believe in science. I believe in making progress. I believe in a lot of things, but I include my beliefs with that, even if they are a little bit out there. I like being uniquely me. And I'm glad that I never conformed to what everybody else was doing, because everyone else was just turning into a drone at the same thing. I never wanted to be that in high school or junior high or anywhere. I'm like, okay, you guys are making fun of me because you want me to wear $100 pairs of jeans and Nike sneakers, and I'll have to wear like, what was that popular Massimo shirts and shit? Like, no. Like, I have nothing against any of that, but it's like, why do I want to conform to look just like you and act just like you? Like, I'm not your clone. I'm a unique individual. And I'm glad at a young age that I started to figure that out. I think a lot of you did too. And fall in love with yourself. Love yourself, care for yourself, be good to yourself, stop the negative talk, and start being positive. I think of different movies and stuff here. What comes to mind, I don't know if people have seen this, but How Do You Know? It's a beautiful movie. I love this movie. And it has Paul Rudd, because he's really good looking. What a handsome guy. But it also has Reese Witherspoon in it, and I love her as an actress. And she's somebody who's like this really popular ball player, and she's got a lot of friends, and she's a sweet person, and she's going through this tough time in the movie. As a softball player, and she's always given herself motivational pep talks. It's kind of funny. If you ever watch the movie, you'll love it. It's so underrated, but you would love it. But in this movie, she goes to brush her teeth, and she's got all of these sticky notes all over her mirror in their bathroom, but they're all positive sayings, and she's looking at them, and they're all just telling her, like, get up off your butt, get out there, stay motivated, be positive, you got this, you can do it. It wouldn't hurt for some of you to put some sticky notes with some positive affirmations on your mirror and just go with it. Or find a vision board, or, whatever you want to do. Find something you can hang up and you can put positivity. So when you wake up in the morning, you can look at that and go, yep, I'm ready to start my day. I'm not going to let anything get me down. And if it does, you can always come home and look at that and go, you know what? I'll be fine. I'm going to bounce back. So that's that's kind of where we are in the past. In the past, we've been hurt over and over and over. Many, many times. You, me, everybody, we've all been hurt multiple times, and we've gone through all these situations with different people in our lives, and we always bounce back, and we find a way to heal. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. It's very positive. And I get that it's healthy. I think it's healthier than we know it is. And we might think, oh, wow, I'm over here talking to myself. I'm obsessively thinking about this. No, you're processing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, guys, my computer's being silly. Okay. But yes, this is a very important thing, and I just, dang it, I get distracted. Ooh, shiny things. I get distracted so easily. But I just want to say, like, yeah. So in the past, you've come a long way, and we're still going to get hurt. It's a continuous vicious cycle of life that people are going to come and go, and sometimes the people that come and go quickly in your life, those temporary people that aren't meant to stay, sometimes they come in and teach us lessons that way, and it hurts. Even if it's somebody, like a random stranger, you have an encounter and it hurts you. But it makes you ultimately, I want to say that, I think we learn from this by taking the lessons from it. Not letting these situations or people get us down is the lesson. Because, you were like, well, no, I'm not going to let them destroy my life over this one comment, or the fact that this person pretended to be a friend and they weren't. Or, this person broke my heart by dumping me, but, they're not. It's okay. You're going to be okay. I've been seeing this recently, and I've even had I've even had dreams and different things about friends that, are heading towards breakups, and it's like, oh boy. Who knows what the future holds. Nothing's ever written in stone, but yet at the same time, I do believe in destiny and things like that, and I feel for them, because I think, they seem so happy, but things are going to happen soon, and, I wonder how they're going to handle it. But it's not my job, because, it has to be something they learn on their own. So, I know things, but I got to keep quiet. I can't tell everybody everything. So, but I know that they're going to be okay, because better things are in store for both of them. So whatever happens, You know, everything happens for a reason, and we move forward, and good things are coming. So even if you've gotten, this is about breaking that cycle. You're going to stop getting hurt all the time, because the stronger we get, the less we do. We let stuff like bounce off of us. Like, what's the phrase? Water off a duck's back? Yeah, go with that. Think about that the next time someone says something. Water off a duck's back. Let people say what they're going to say to you, but you know what? You are strong on your own, and you're going to go out and you're going to kick butt. Like, you're an amazing person. We're not perfect people. We make mistakes too, but you know what? The type of person that you are, that you try to do the right thing and you try to be good to people, that's effort is all that matters. It's a huge part of being generous and kind and giving of yourself, that you try. So keep trying, because this is going to happen multiple times, but you know what? The fact that it's in reverse says that you're healing better and better. Each time, it's a little less pain. Each time, you handle it better. And it gets to a point where you can handle anything. And then we go to the middle card. We've got strength here. And, you know, there's a lion head kind of floating in here. I love this card. It's beautiful. And with the strength card, you know, it's kind of funny that, I don't know why I'm getting like the never-ending story, but the lion's head reminds me of like that dog, that's like that dog dragon, whatever it was, hybrid. It's like a furry dog head with ears and everything. Very cute, but it had a long body. It kind of reminds me of that coming in here. And I don't know why, but when I think of the never-ending story, I'm not so much thinking of the plot of the movie as I am the title. And the never-ending story for most of you is this whole thing, in this cycle in your past about, you know, how many times you're going to let people hurt you. People are going to hurt you no matter what. It's all in how you handle it. And so moving into the present, in the present, like I said, we're stronger and more resilient. You're digging into that strength of yours and going, you know what? Water off a duck's back. I'm not going to let this bother me. It's not going to bother me anymore. You know, the whole question, and you know, I forgot to even mention the question for this group. I'm so sorry. I hope I remember, but the whole idea was, I had pulled the judgment card, and for that, it's kind of like, what's your calling, or your soul's calling, or what are you being called to do? So I asked the question, what are you being called to do right now? What you're being called to do is look at your past and reflect on what's happening here. You've got the Three of Swords, and, you know, if we want to equate the three with the Empress, the Empress card, that's what it is. And the Empress represents a very well-balanced in her thoughts, her communication, in her creativity and passion, and she's very balanced in her emotions, and very well grounded in being loving and nurturing and kind and giving, and all these wonderful ideas that this person has. So this is about tapping into you. Tap into that heart space of yours and get your thoughts and your mind, you know, bring them together, you know, merge them together, and know that you are strong, and keep drawing on that strength, because it's getting you through the hard times. And the hard times don't seem as difficult now that you're older. And there's going to be some that are hard. You're going to lose people in your life. You're going to want to mourn and grieve for them. Go ahead. There's stages of grief you've got to get through. You got to take the time to just withdraw, spend some time alone. Self-love, self-care are so important, and I will say it a million times. And while you're doing that for yourself, you're also processing and healing all these thoughts and things, and this situation. You're thinking about it, and you're kind of sorting it out. We overthink, we overanalyze these things, but you know what? It's all a part of the healing process, and it helps. It does help. Eventually, you find yourself making peace with it and moving on, and sometimes that's just what you have to do. And that is my opinion of it, but that strength is going to be important. So you're being called to break that cycle if you can, or to at least come to an acceptance that people are going to do and say things, and it's going to be hurtful at times, and you're going to find yourself sensitive and offended by things that people say, and it's all in how you're going to handle it, and you have the strength to handle it. Here in the present, you are handling it so much better, and I'm proud of you, because you've come so far, not just in self-growth, but spiritual growth, so it's good for you in every way. And that brings me to the Lover's card. This is not necessarily about lovers. I think for some of you, there's a message in here. There is going to be a message, but I'll get to that. But the Lover's card here, you know, I was taught that the Lover's card originally, the original card that is, was called the Lover, as in single, singular, whatever you want to call it. There was just one. And I think that points to self-love here. And this is you to yourself. This is you reflecting on yourself. It's a mirror image and you're loving yourself, Now, this is actually, the shadows are like a man and a woman. However, it could be the feminine and the masculine within you. Because we all have divine feminine, divine masculine within us. We have a balance. It doesn't matter what your gender is, because you have this balance within you of who you are. And you're a balance of all the elements and everything else. So it's important to reflect on yourself. That's self-love and self-care. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Especially now when we're at a critical point during the holidays. And it's a rough time for a lot of people. It's very stressful for some. And it's very lonely for others. And we want to be kind to others because we want them to be kind to us. It's stressful to us. Just remember, you're not the only one going through this crap out here. You and me and everybody else is going through this too in some way or another. Everybody's got something on their plate that they wish they didn't. Or something that they're thinking about or worrying about or stressing about. So you're being called to just accept that accept what comes at you from people if it's unhealthy or negative, and use your strength and let it be water that rolls off a duck's back, okay? Use that strength. It's going to just roll off your back, and it's going to help you balance out and go, you know what? That wasn't about me. That was about them. And as you're realizing that, the lovers come in. And here is where you're loving yourself and going, oh my gosh, look back and be proud of yourself because you've come so far from the past to the present. Your future is going to be all about putting that love out there, not just to yourself, but to others. That kindness, that generosity. You know what? Hold the door open for somebody. There's a lot of people out shopping and going places. People are stressed out and in a hurry and they're not thinking. I've had the door shut on me. It's like, you know what? Stop and just hold that door open. If you see someone drop a wallet, pick it up and go, excuse me, miss or mister, like you dropped your wallet, and you know what? They'll be grateful that you didn't keep it for yourself. They'll be grateful you didn't steal from it. And it's funny, there's also a Frasier episode, if you've seen Frasier, the original Frasier, not the new one, but where he tries to be kind to somebody. He tries to stop and help a guy fix his tire, and like he's broke on the road. So he tries to help him, and then he stops and he tries to return a wallet. He finds a wallet on the floor at the coffee shop, and he's like, is this somebody's wallet? Oh, it's yours. Okay. And it's like everything he does, somebody accuses him of something. Like the guy that he helped the tire, he felt good because he stopped and helped a guy change his tire. But apparently his cufflinks that he was wearing did something or scratched up his tire. It scratched up something on there, and the guy was upset. It stripped something, or he caused a problem, and the guy was mad about it. Instead of saying thanks for trying to help, somebody got upset with him instead. And then, there was this whole situation where the guy at the coffee shop, he's like, oh, here's your wallet. I found it. And the guy's like, you stole my money. And he's like, no, I just found it on the floor over there. So whoever found it stole the money and didn't give the wallet back. But then when he tries to give it back, he gets accused of that. Don't let things like that get to you. If people want to do it, they're having a bad day and they haven't stopped to think like, you know what? That person didn't have to do a damn thing for me. You don't have to do a damn thing for anybody. But it's better off to show that kindness and generosity. Show people the heart that you have a lot of love to give. And I think that matters more than anything. I mean, that was just a TV show. Could that happen in real life? Sure. I mean, someone's having a bad day and then you try to help and they want someone to blame, they're going to blame you. It's happened. Some people just need a scapegoat. I found this out, and especially after the past year, I've been a verbal punching bag and a scapegoat for some people. And it's like, okay, you have to realize one of the things about growth, not within ourselves, just within ourselves, but also spiritual growth, is that, I've realized like I have grown a lot because I'm rising above it. Not that I'm above anybody. I'm not going to say that. But I'm seeing my perspective has risen. Instead of going, oh my gosh, how could they treat me like this? I'm upset. It's like, oh, I get it now. That's on them. That's a reflection of who they are or what they're going through. We never know what people are going through, and it's hard to cut people slack because when they're rude, it's our instinct to want to be defensive and rude back. And the truth is, it's like, hold thy tongue if you can, because 9 times out of 10, that person has had a rough day and they've lashed out and they don't realize it. Just like those people that wanted someone to blame. I got blamed because somebody's going through something and they don't know how to handle it. So, of course, I'm somebody they loved and cared for. So they're going to lash out at me. it's easy to lash out at somebody you care about because you're trying, especially if they're trying to push you away and they don't want to be vulnerable about what's going on with them. So just keep that in mind as we go through this season. We don't have long. It's not going to be long. We literally have a month till Christmas, and just about, give or take. It's a month till Christmas, and when we get there, I just hope that people are in a giving mood. And I know not everybody's about the holidays and stuff like that, but I like to look forward to it, because if I didn't have the holidays to look forward to, it would just be any other day. And I think that would depress me. I like to look forward to meeting up with friends or doing something for the holiday, or, it'd be nice to go to a party or to do something where I can get out and do something different. And I don't know if, that's going to get to happen this year or not. There's been so many different kinds of situations. There's been a lot of this, this Three of Swords, going through all this stuff, but you know what? We're coming out of it now. I'm handling stuff so much better from the past and the present, and the future is full of love, and that's what we want. So you're being called to overcome your obstacles. Let it roll off your back, water off a duck's back. So let it bounce off of you. Reflect it off. Like, you don't need it, because you're stronger than that, and you're going to put that love and kindness out there. And at the end of the day, you could be like, yeah, those people were rude to me and I didn't like it, but you know what? I showed them kindness, and you showed them kindness. They're the ones that are going to reflect back at the end of the day and go, man, I wasn't cool with that person. I feel bad for them. And who knows? You might run into that person again, or if it's somebody maybe they'll come back and be like, hey, I'm sorry. I was going through a bad time. I didn't mean to take it out on you. If you're lucky, someone will at least admit that they hurt you, or that they shouldn't have acted that way. Apologies are healing. They're healing. And I saw something really interesting. I saw there's a group for my city. It's on Facebook, and I kind of see things here and there on there, but I actually saw where this woman just posted asking, she's like, I'm trying to reach out to the woman who hit my car at this intersection on this day and time. She was like, I was upset, and, I lost my cool, and I feel bad about it. Like, I want to talk to her because I wasn't myself. I shouldn't have behaved that way. I get being upset, and you're in the moment. You have a lot of adrenaline coursing through you, and it happens. And people tend to get upset first and foremost before they realize, like, hey, accidents are accidental. Not everybody intends. Some people aren't paying attention, but, stuff happens. And if someone didn't mean to, I wouldn't say that nobody intentionally wants to get in an accident, because if they do, that's not a good thing. But the fact that she wanted to reach out and talk to the person, maybe let them know, hey, oops, sorry, my bad. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have been so upset. But, considering the situation, I just wanted to apologize. That's nice. That gives me hope in humanity again. I hope it gives you guys hope too. But yeah, you're being called, and to recognize yourself, to love yourself here, and realize, like, pat yourself on the back, because you've come a long way. You've got Three of Swords here in reverse. You are healing yourself through going through all this. You've managed to heal yourself. You're doing the work. You're stronger now than ever, and you're putting a lot of love and kindness back into the world, and that's exactly what you're being called to do. If you do nothing else in this world but put love back into it, you're doing a wonderful thing for humankind. And I love you and appreciate you for that, because we need more love, more kindness, more generosity in this world. Because, it feels like it's going to hell in a handbasket at times, but the more we put love out there and we show a more spiritual side of ourselves to people, and we show that kindness, it's going to come back to us in wonderful ways. And hopefully it gets contagious enough to spread to others, and other people want to pay it forward, so to speak, in being kind. But I've got some oracle cards here. And so it's funny. This reiterates everything that I'm talking about. Oh, I did say, hold up. I almost forgot before I get started on that. I did say there was another side to this, and I just want to say, for some of you, the majority of us just have the message that we needed, but there may be a handful of you or so, there may be a few of you that resonate with the fact that in this case, yes, you have had your heart broken, and you finally came to a good place where you're healing from this romantic heartbreak. And that's what this is a little side message I'm getting, is that yes, you have had to go through the worst. You have not had good luck with your relationships, and Your heart has been breaking. It has been broken. Let me rephrase that. It's been broken, but this is in reverse. So you've come a long way to doing the work, to healing. So you're healing and you're making yourself stronger. You're learning about what you want and don't want. And you're not going to pay attention. Like, you're going to ignore those guys that aren't giving you what you need. I say guys, girls, whoever those romantic partners will be for you, you now know what red flags to look for. You know what you want in a partnership, and you're going to hold off until you find what it is you're looking for, which is great. Because you're not going to get involved with someone and then go, oh, I don't know. We don't seem to have a lot in common. But, we can make it work. And then you don't make it work because clearly they're not putting in the effort, right? So this side message is just for those of you that you're healing from that. And now that you have this strength, you're finally starting to smile again, and you're getting out and you're enjoying your single lifestyle, and you're spending a lot of time. You spend time with your friends, your family, whatever, and it's fulfilling for you. And you are missing that romantic part, but you know that it's coming. You just have this feeling like something better is coming on the horizon. And yes, with the Lover's card, this is your future answer. Yes. It speaks to me too, because my heart has been broken and I've been so hurt. And I've done so much work with therapy and everything else that I'm finally at a good place. I'm strong. And I still feel emotional, but I know how to better express myself now. I know how to better assert myself, and I know putting love and kindness out in the world it's something for me that is it's good for me. And I'm glad that I could be at such a place where I understand now, rather than want to feel angry and defensive. I feel a lot more like I'm understanding of where people are coming from. I can't say that everybody's the same. There's still people that drive you nuts, but I'm a work in progress, and I think I continually will be. Like, it's just going to be one of those consistent things throughout life that we're always working on ourselves. But I'm at a good place, and so are you. Some of you have gone through this too, and you've done the work, you've healed. Now you're at a good place where you're strong and you're ready. And then you have this Lover's card over here, and the Lover's card is basically telling you that you have a new lover coming into your life soon. When I say soon, come on, it depends on divine timing. Be patient. Whatever you're doing right now in the present is attracting this lover. So don't worry about what I'm telling you with this. This is going to happen no matter what. So keep enjoying yourself. Keep going out with friends. Who knows? Maybe going out with friends that one night is where you meet that person. You might have a chance meeting when you're out and about, or you go to a festival, or you go to the tree lighting for Christmas and run into somebody. Who knows? And then it's the beginning of a beautiful new relationship. I don't know. But wherever it is, it could happen anytime. It could have months from now. But for you, for this small group of people that this side message is for, you know who you are, and you've done the work. You are healing, you are strong again, and you are ready. You're ready to put yourself back out there. So you've come to a place where the law of attraction is paying attention to you, and you're drawing that lover to you now because you know what you want and what you need, and it's going to come to you. So keep doing with this. Keep staying strong and keep choosing yourself above all else and doing what's best for you. And that lover is going to come along, and they're not going to be able to resist you or being near you and wanting to get to know you. And, it's up to you if you choose that. If they're the right person for you, good luck. I wish you all the best. For those of you that are getting this, I'm hoping for this for myself one day too, and I'm happy for you guys. So now, your oracle cards. I just want to say this reiterates a lot of what I'm saying because you pulled the Strength card. My Ascendant Oracle has the Strength card once again, and so stay grounded, stay rooted, like strength, stay strong, dig deep, and you have this well of strength that you can pull from, and yeah, stay strong. This is what you're doing right now. This is your advice on it, is to stay strong. So keep doing what you're doing, because that just, I don't know what else to say. It so plainly is saying, like, keep doing what you're doing. Stay strong and keep enjoying yourself, loving yourself, and it's going to draw in the lovers. Because, as Moonology says, we have new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. That's phenomenal. So for that few of you that want the romance is coming. So you have a romantic cycle about to begin. So you might be ending a cycle of, or a period of being alone or single, where you've worked on yourself, and now it's time for the love to come in. Funny. So Saints and Angels Oracle card. I got the card from God that says love. There you go. This love is for either. I mean, this one talks about a romantic cycle, but this love is about loving yourself, allowing God and the universe or whatever you believe in, Mother Earth, Gaia, like allow yourself to love and be loved by everyone and everything around you. Let the loving energy be around you. So this is all about loving yourself too, because that is going to draw. And if you're looking for a romantic partner, that will draw them in because you're loving yourself and taking care of yourself. Self-love is everything, guys, everything. And your color card is magenta. Number 5, connect to your deepest inner knowing. And 5 is related to the Hierophant, if I remember right. Yes. It's all about spiritual lessons and things, or teaching or being taught. So I think that that goes back to you healing from all those heartbreaks and things, all the things that people have done to you, and you've had to heal from these situations. Well, yeah, that's what this card is about. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. You know, you know now that you are stronger, more resilient. You know that you are ready to take the next step because you've come so far in your healing that now, presently, you're just, people can see it. It's like this light that's in your eyes and your smile, and people are drawn to this beautiful, warm, loving energy that you put out. And that's going to go a long way to loving yourself and putting that love in the world. And what you give, you receive tenfold. So, you know, if you're putting a lot of love out, you're going to get a lot of love back. Whether you're looking for romantic love or you're looking to strengthen your relationships and friendships and things, like that's going to work for you. And you already have a knowing that, you know, the love that you put out is going to be good for your future. Your future's looking a lot brighter. You can wear this color, or if you can find stones with this color in it, it's magenta, it's pretty bright, but there are some bright colored, you know, stones and stuff out there that you can get, some crystals and things. But you can like wear the color, or, you know, just, that's just a beautiful color to have around you. Get a scarf with that color. I think this color makes you pop too, so it definitely makes you noticeable. And then I wanted to end on with the Inner Effing Peace deck. Acceptance, better watch out. I'm coming for it next. Inner peace is my bitch. So I love that. You've come a long way. You've healed, you're stronger now, and you're putting love in the world. You're finding your inner peace, and that inner peace is starting to flow outward in this beautiful light of love and, you know, kindness and, again, generosity. I could repeat myself for days, but you've got it. You got it. You're working on yourself, and you're at a good place where, you know, start showing it to other people, letting it spread. We need the love to spread. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great week, everybody. All right.